Hi, Patrick. I want to answer your question, if it is a question, but it's a hidden. So, how can we make a simple device for home radiotherapy? First of all, Patrick, I want to tell you that you can't put a lump of plutonium in your pocket, so that in your breast pocket, so that it kills tumors. Because you see, plutonium is explosive. I mean, it's not explosive as, let's say, TNT or gasoline or anything, but it's explosive in general terms. If you put it in a special camera with good water vapors or alcohol vapors, you will see that it just makes traces going away from the source, from the lump of plutonium. And it's very toxic and very, very cancerogenic. So it is a source of one of the reasons to the cancer to exist. Okay. Other sources are phones. If you carry a phone in your breast pocket, if you have Wi-Fi, if you have if you have cell phone antennas, if there is a geopathic stress zone or geopathic crossing of geopathic stress lines, they can be a source, the reason for cancer. Smoking, of course, asbestos, and other things, lung cancer, but for other cancers, of course, there are the reasons. So, if you want this, how doctors cure cancer? Well, they take basically something that causes cancer in lower dosages, like plutonium, let's say, but not plutonium, but like some other radioactive source or some high energy particles or waves, gamma rays or whatever, and they basically are ionizing radiation, and they can cause cancer and other mutations, other problems, because they're also explosive, okay? And they just pump up the dosage. They concentrate the radiation on the tumor, and they kill cancer cells. If they pump up the dosage even higher, they start killing healthy cells. If they pump up the dosage, the energy even higher, or the dosage, they can even evaporate matter, okay? So they can heal cancer, like with lasers, let's say lasers. And they evaporate healthy, unhealthy, and any kind of matter. This is explosive, okay? That's why hot fusion doesn't work. It's always 5 years in the future, and it will always be like that. Because if you hit something, it explodes. You do not create matter. You do not organize matter. You just evaporate it. So what I wanted to tell you is that you can see this video, very interesting video if you're a fan of radioactive materials, to see how implosive technologies work. Let's say Brown's gas. See this video. Here is the title of the video. Well, basically, Hugh Brown, who was actually Bulgarian and lived in Australia, Ilya Volkov is his born name or Bulgarian name. He was carrying a lump, a plate of strontium, I think, and there was explosion of Brown's gas. He forgot to turn off one of his generators of Brown's gas, and after the explosion and implosion, because he patented in the United States this Brown's gas, and you can't find the patent because it's not very politically correct, that anything that is that comes from water, I mean combination of oxygen and hydrogen that implodes, not explodes, but implodes, is Brown's gas. So after this incident, the implosion, the strontium, the radioactivity just dropped. I don't know, but by 1/3 or something, and then he started to experiment with radioactive isotopes, and he basically neutralizes radioactivity in these isotopes with Brown's gas, with fire from Brown's gas torch. Okay, so it's possible and it works, but it's also not politically correct because a lot of money is given to bury and to guard, to contain all radioactive source. Actually, radioactivity itself in nuclear power plants is explosive. So any kind of human technology is explosive. You can develop cancer from Wi-Fi router, or from, if it's very close and you just don't turn it off with decades. If you carry your phone by your bedside, you will definitely have problems. Probably not cancer. Cancer is something like explosion gone too far. Okay, so how do you create a home radiotherapeutic device? Well, probably, I don't know, probably this book will give you some ideas, but probably not all the ideas or the best of the ideas, but some of the ideas will be given by this book. See the book. It's you can find it, but you must remove the blanks, because I put some blanks in this. The name of the book is Magnetism and its Effects on the Living Systems. Or systems, I don't know. And it's a very interesting book. So the book tells you two things. One thing is that the pole, the magnetic pole, which sucks, let's say, in the ether. So the magnetic lines go into that pole, is basically subduing growth. Okay, is basically just suppressing growth. anything. For example, eggs that were treated like that. Chickens became smarter but thinner, but smarter. Chickens that were treated with North Pole, where from which the lines, which magnet emits ether or magnetic lines, force, or whatever they call it officially. It's the North Pole of a magnet. It stimulates growth. Chickens become bigger but dumber, and they like meat. Actually, they turn carnivorous, or how it's called. They attack dogs, other chickens, or the roosters attack even dogs and pigs. They kill them and they eat flesh and blood in some extreme cases. So they become really dumb, really aggressive, but very big and strong. Very big and strong. So one is, let's say, creating. Just think of it like the Earth. The Earth, even that it is not a normal permanent magnet, it's another kind of magnet, but the Earth has south magnetic poles. In the north part of the Earth, there the lines of force go into the Earth. The ether is going like a vortex. I can't find the video to show you, from some space craft like space shuttle or the space station Mir or something like that, how the ether is going like that, is turning and going like that into the Earth, and is dragging down. Very interesting video, but I can't find it now. So there is no firm land. There is no continent. There is only ocean there. And the white bears live there. White bears, polar bears. Okay? So where the ether is going out, that's the north side of Earth's magnetic field. That's where the penguins live. In the south, in Antarctica. Then you have a continent, and it's actually the highest continent on Earth because of the ice. It's so, on average, it's the highest continent on Earth. So there is something firm, something is took shape there. Okay, has taken shape there. It has become a firm land. Okay. That's why if you take a magnet, a long magnet, so that you can just stretch one pole from the other, not a horseshoe magnet, but a cylindrical magnet. And one end of the long cylinder is one magnetic pole, and the other end is the other magnetic pole. So it's magnetized, I don't know how they call it, but probably axially. The axis, okay? So this is the cylinder. Is this my finger is the cylinder? Here you have one pole, and here you have another pole. If it's not a cylinder, if it's a bar magnet, they magnetize it most often magnetize it. One side is one pole, one long side. If this bar magnet, this is okay. This is one pole, and this is the opposite pole. Okay, so you do not need this. You need a cylinder, and long. It should be long, and to be strong, neodymium probably. I don't know. So if you point this sucking the ether or magnetic lines like a bathtub, not like a hose spitting out, but sucking magnetic lines or the ether, it basically subdues growth, and they pointed this end to tumors, to mice with tumors, and yes, they responded well. Tumors somehow started to slow down their the pace the cells were deleting. Okay, so that's one thing, but there's another thing. Green. There are two in the same book. There are two. Basically, there are two colors: the color red and the color green. Red stimulates growth. Green suppresses growth. That's why everything is green in nature, because plants do not want this light frequency, this color, and they just spit it out. Okay, they give it away. Okay, everything other than that is of high value, and they use it only to advertise themselves, like flowers, to show how beautiful they are, to insects, to pollinizers, to advertise themselves. So everything else is kept in, but green, they do not like it. It just suppresses growth. So you can take a magnet, bar magnet, long, strong magnet, not bar, cylindrical, sorry, long, strong cylindrical magnet, and to just paint one, the south end, which if you put on a string the bar magnet, the cylindrical magnet, bar magnet doesn't work. You need cylindrical magnet. If you put it on a string in the middle, just hanging freely in the air, this end that suppresses growth will turn towards the penguins, where they live, towards Antarctica, because that's where Earth's magnetic lines or ether is spitting out. So it's spitting out from there and must be sucked from the magnet. You do not have two hoses pointed towards one another and then staying still. One will turn, and we need sink. Okay, so the sink is what suppresses growth of cancer. So the good side of this cylindrical magnet will point to the penguins, to the south of the Earth, and you can paint it green, because green also suppresses growth. Okay, and now another cool thing is that if if you see the ancient amphora, it's called ancient vessels, okay, ceramic vessels in the ancient Greece, and not only in the ancient Greece and ancient Rome and so on. You probably will. It's a little bit slow, this computer. You will probably notice that they are have a very weird shape, very weird, and they are absolutely ridiculous when it comes to how much liquid or volume or whatever grain, whatever kind of food you can find, you can put in them. They're really ridiculous, okay? I mean, a cylinder with the same height can basically keep probably 3 times more volume. And not only this, a cylinder does not need a special stand to keep the damn thing up, because it's so ridiculous to have such a shape. It's just so inconvenient, or how it's called, I don't know. It's difficult to use this thing. It's ridiculous, just ridiculous, and they made it most of the vessels for containers for shipping some food and grain or whatever had ridiculous forms, okay? But we do not know that when you have a pyramid or a cone or a vessel like this, you have a sinister or left-turning torsion field inside, okay? Inside, and you have stimulating the growth above the pointed end. So they kept olive oil or grain or whatever, wine, here in a rather hot climate, and they didn't have refrigerators and so on, so they kept them in special wooden stands or in sand or whatever, probably sand with a little bit water in it, so that it cools the vessels even further, so they kept them as refrigerators, okay? So when you have cylinders, long cylinders, like this, and you have the South Pole, which we need to point to the tumor, the South Pole, okay? And it's long. It's a cylindrical magnet, but it's long. Long means the diameter of the cylinder is more than 2 times, okay? So it's more than 2 times the height, or if diameter is less than 2 times the height, then you have if diameter is less than 2 times, so it's long, okay? It's long. It's thin and long. The height is, let's say, 4 diameters or 5 diameters, or something from the Fibonacci sequence. Let's say, I don't know, 7 times, or whatever. Not 7, but okay, never mind. But more than 2 times, you have this. It's a long cylinder. You have additional field, like in amphora, that is going out from the end and is suppressing growth. Not only the south magnetic pole, but another kind of shape energy or shape power, only because of the shape of the magnet, not because it's a magnet, that is also suppressing the growth. If it's a long, if it's a short, like I don't know, like a barrel, then it's like that. It's stimulating. Field is going out of both ends, so you need strong, long magnet with one pole on one end, the other pole on the other end, like this, but you even longer. Okay, if there is a Fibonacci sequence between a ratio, let's say golden ratio, something between, no, not golden ratio, but some Fibonacci sequence. Okay, Fibonacci. I mean, let's say the diameter is, let's say, 3. Let's say it's 5, and okay, and the height is, let's say, I don't know, something big. Let's say 20 above 30, or something like that. Or if you can't afford that, just go lower. Okay, you understood you understand what I wanted to tell you. So there are 3 things: cover, magnetic pole, and torsion field or whatever. And of course, if you want, you can add to all that. You can add another thing that I just can't. Show you now, but probably if I put the video on pause. Okay, this is a conference on water technology revolution, Schauberger's legacy. So it's basically a conference on implosion technologies. Okay, so how implosion works? You have a cylinder filled with water. Okay, so you basically use a wooden stirrer to stir the water in the cylinder. If you stir the water, let's say this is the cylinder, okay? This is the cylinder. And if you stir the thing like that, let's say you stir it like that, like that. The egg, which is into this long cylinder, not so short, is just hitting the sides of the cylinder, so it's explosive. The outer parts of the vortex are moving faster than the inner parts. It's like human. It's like human technology, like let's say, like a wheel. Okay, so it's not natural. Nature doesn't work like that. So if you stir the egg like that in the cylinder, on top of the just below the surface, the egg goes in the center of the cylinder, the water, and goes up. Starts basically taking off. It's like implosion technologies. It's like UFOs. UFOs work like that. There are no aliens, but they're UFOs. Even Victor Schauberger was involved in UFO technology when he was imprisoned in a Nazi camp. He had to participate in their programs. Okay, so there are no aliens. So let me show you how the egg just levitates even after you stop stirring. It just levitates. Okay, but I don't want to show it to. They do not stir it. It just levitates. Okay, or still stir it. They still stir it, but I want to show you how when you stir it from the outside, it just hits the walls. You can break it without touching it because it hits the walls of the cylinder container. It's explosive. So when it comes to implosive technologies, the vortex in the center is turning faster than the outer layers in the peripheral layers. It's implosive. It's natural. So if you want to reduce radioactivity, you must use such technologies. Let me show you another thing. This is a patent. You can see the number of the patent. You can see the inventor. You can see the inventor. Where is the inventor? It's Peterson. Bertil Peterson. So that guy, just from Sweden, he invented a simple device, very simple, but very interesting. So this device is basically whirling water, okay, and it's whirling the water implosively, centripetally, from the outside in. And he found that this combination of spirals, these conical spirals in the water coming from the wider end to the narrower end, is adding one set of spirals here, another set of spirals here. Water is coming from here, going like that and like that, hitting each vortex, hitting the other, and going out. And if you use such water to make paper, or to moisture paper, or to moisture cardboard, or to moisture something that just sucks, gets wet and then dries, and And you can make a shield that does not let normal transverse electromagnetic waves go through it. Okay, so you make such a paper, you put it as a wallpaper, cover your walls, and you do not have problems with normal electromagnetic radiation, like let's say Wi-Fi from the neighbors or from some cell towers or other things. Okay, so if you are a relatively rich guy and you live on a farm and you do not have neighbors, then you probably should see this video. I think this is a BBC video, but I'm not sure whether it's really a BBC video. But I believe it's a BBC video, or it was just released on the BBC TV channel. So it's not a joke, okay? And this video basically shows some kind of a pandemic, or I don't know how to call it, or epidemic of cancer cases in places where people live mostly in houses. It's not connected with houses, okay? It's probably connected with something else, or probably the guys that rule the world just decided to use another kind of weapon towards people who are relatively rich and live in individual houses and not in apartment buildings. Okay, so they do not share a roof, but something is going out from the earth. I do not know whether you are aware of the fact that people who rule the world now has been developing ether and UFO and other technologies based on the ether, and ether does not exist officially. Okay? Even though that Descartes or Mendeleev or Tesla, Newton were working with the ether. They were working with ether, and officially ether does not exist. So Einstein came handy to them. They used his theories, and the ether does not exist. So they are developing the ether technologies very fast and for a long time. So I do not know how they just change the energy into the earth and affect other people. But in the UK, it's really the cancer cases are really at a rise. They're really going up. So you need to watch it and to see how one can develop cancer. If he is a non-smoker, he's just sleeping on the wrong spot, geopathic